goodness.
Good gracious.
Wow.
We're getting long in the tooth on this here, black, white, and red all over.
Yeah.
But we're still reading, y'all. We're still reading.
Black, white, and gray.
I know. Shelby just rim-shotted himself. It was amazing.
But thanks to this new laser hair removal place in Columbus, I'm not going to have to worry about that.
At all. Look, they've already started, and you can see now that this is clean, baby. This is, yeah, that's a permanent fade.
Yeah, barodynamic.
He runs so much faster now. That's awesome. That's a brilliant mind, though. That's what it is. He's showing his beautiful mind. And we got some beautiful mind stuff out here. Thank you guys this week for chiming in on what we should read. They were some pretty good suggestions.
Couple really good ones,
yeah. Yeah. Okay, what all did you tackle? Did you go the same route as me?
Pretty much, yeah. I deviated on Convergence. I did Convergence and you did Spider-Gwen.
Oh, so you did UFOlogy.
Yeah. I can't not. Like, I watch Alien Files, UFO Hunters, Ancient Aliens.
So you're already part of this audience. Like this book was
I was all in. Yeah, there was no choice.
Okay, is this weird for me that I got a direct '80s movies vibe from the initial parts of it?
It kind of had that.
It did. It totally. I was there for that, and I was like, oh, awesome. And then it went the UFO, and I was like, even more '80s, a little.
A little. It had that like in the '80s the indie. Radio station thing where they're talking about like Chupacabra.
Yes, I totally heard Jeffrey. What's the actor? A comedian. He passed away, but he had like the really
talked like this.
Yeah, like that's the voice that I had for that one. It was brilliant,
and it was perfect.
Yes.
I'm left not fully understanding quite what's happening yet.
But I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like two high school kids.
Right.
I'm getting like a Minnesota.
Did you think that it was like? Did you catch that they were two different people before it was actually noted that it was two different people?
No, that was like the one.
Yeah,
the
that
one
caught
thing
me.
Where. There are two kids that are in high school.
Right.
It looks like senior grade. It's like winter. I'm getting like a Minnesota, Wisconsin kind of vibe. One of them has had. It sounds like a family member has gone missing.
Right. Something.
UFO abduction,
UFObic?
maybe? Yeah.
something of that effect
has
occurred, and it has marked them, changed them.
Yeah, and they've become obsessed.
Yes.
Like they're part of a group of amateur ufologists.
Right.
They're, watching the night skies. They're coordinated.
All in that.
And there's another character that is just like disaffected. They don't want they're not happy with it.
She strikes me as like Daria, the show Daria, like that's the characterization that she has, and it's interesting to see her juxtaposed with a social outcast of that standing.
Yeah, and there's some sci-fi stuff happens, and it looks like there's a little bit of a conspiracy going on.
Right,
with
like there's stuff.
Yeah. So it's definitely really cool if you're into the sci-fi genre in that respect. Definitely pick it up. It's a must-read. It was fun, but like you said, it was a little bit muddied in the beginning.
At first. Now, I will say that the art was a little... It was sharper than I expected it to be, especially that first close-up that we saw of her.
Yeah.
That was way better. Like I feel bad saying this, but it was like... this has a very like sort of indie vibe to it, but it was much more of a precise illustration.
Yeah.
So that looked really nice. The colors were really nice too. I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
But like at first it took me a second. I was like, wait, oh, they are wearing different things. Oh, they don't look exactly the same.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I'm sorry. It's fair. You know, as long as it wasn't just me. I was really nervous about that.
No, it kind of threw me because I was like, okay, the character's Mal.
Right.
Oh, it's actually Malcolm.
Right. And I was like, wait, that's not. Is that what it? I thought her name was Becky. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So.
And that was the moment where I was like, okay, now all is made clear.
Luckily, that happened early, and so you can just get into it and just keep riding. Yeah. So it is very interesting. I am on board for number 2. I can't wait for that to come out because it looked pretty interesting. Thank you for the shout out on that one.
Yeah.
Was that Overlord?
Dan. Yeah, Overlord of Evil.
Yes, Overlord of Evil. Like seriously, follow him, please, because he's awesome. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah. Shout out, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And if you're into comics, ufology, freaking Bigfoot.
Yes. Get that, read that, have that.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to jump into Inhumans or do you want to split up?
That's a toughie.
I know.
Actually.
Like I really want to hear your thoughts on Convergence. I'm not gonna lie. Because this is issue 0, yeah?
Yeah, it's issue 0.
Talk to me on this one.
It kicks off the weekly thing that's going to be going on for the next couple months.
Okay.
And pretty much no other DC books are going to be, or regular DC titles. It's going to be Convergence, the weekly series,
right,
and then 2-part one-shots. Yeah.
Lead-in?
Yeah.
Tack on? How are they calling this one?
I don't know. That's the thing, is that DC has marketed this atrociously.
Okay. Why y'all do that?
Yeah. All we knew was each week, during the 8 weeks, there was going to be one dead timeline, like 0 hour was going to be focused on Infinite Crisis, and it was going to be a city that was trapped under a dome that Brainiac had captured.
Right.
That doesn't really tell us much.
No, not at all.
But apparently, the Brainiacs that we are familiar with are extensions of a greater Brainiac that actually operates on a multiverse level.
Wait, didn't they kind of play with that when they first reintroduced Brainiac in the New 52?
Yeah.
That the shell thing, that the Brainiac that we've always seen wasn't actually Brainiac?
Yeah.
So now they're doing it like, haha, there's an even bigger Brainiac?
Yeah, the bigger Brainiac has been hyper-focused on Superman.
Okay.
And has been collecting cities, it sounds like mostly metropolis cities, at the moment where his timeline ends.
Why? What's about Superman? Is he special?
There's something about it that he's seen Superman die, like at the hands of Doomsday, at the hands of other things from other universes. He has never been able to kill him. And he's absolutely fascinated by this.
How come I can't kill you?
Yeah.
I want to so bad.
Yeah. So it's now in that process.
That's a little Hannibal Lecter.
A little bit, yeah. like it's kind of cool. So that's what's going on. Superman is now going, because he was trapped.
Right.
He's now going back to the New 52 universe, and I think that's where everything's going to kick off.
Interesting.
Where Brainiac is now collecting part of that.
Okay.
And that's where everything's going to move forward from there, because there's, at the end, one of the versions of Brainiac is basically deciding that these characters now need to be judged, and some of them need to prove that they're worthy to go
stick
on.
around.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like is happening. It's like a DC battle world.
Okay. AKA Secret Wars. I mean, but still good though. Like it actually seems interesting. You would pick up number 1.
Yeah, I would pick up number 1.
Okay.
It's very Grant Morrison-y, but in a very toned down sort of way.
Accessible.
An accessible Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Was the vibe I got off.
I would get with that. Spider-Gwen number 3.
Yes, tell me
as
about
suggested by my man Hank. Oh my God.
See, this is the one that I intentionally didn't read.
Oh
how good was it?
My God.
Was this a life?
Oh, Jason, I love you so much. Again, we have still playing around with the characters that we've seen in different contexts, different ways, and here they are in this world, and it's something different. Yeah. But then there's something so very similar to who they've always been.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. There is a person that shows up, and you just almost clap for no good reason. Like, and this is what this is for me is like the best representation of a very well established Elseworld. Having like it, I don't know if there's like a Bible somewhere that just has like all of the history that's ever happened. Like Galactus has been here, been shooed away by Fantastic Four that doesn't exist. I have no idea, but I just feel like there's such a rich history that when they introduce somebody, you feel like they've been there this whole time in a certain way. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I liked about the first couple issues was you were automatically immersed in it.
Yes.
Like, there wasn't like, oh, who do I have to get used to? It was just, boom, you're in.
You were right there, and it's wonderful. Like, I can't even, like, I'm trying not to say, like, who shows up or how or this, that, and the other, but it is perfect. Like, there are characters that show up, and in their particular role, as it's been established in this series, the way they show up, you're like, yes. Like, it makes sense. It's perfect based on who they are. Yeah. Like, you know, you have like who they are in this world and who they are in the grand scheme of things, and it all makes sense. Like it's so good. I love where this is. We've had the reference of Peter Parker dying in this a couple times. Where does that happen? Is that in the Spider-Verse stuff? No.
I don't believe so.
Get out of here. Like, this is like a pivotal moment that they keep referring to that we've never actually seen.
That might be the beauty of this story, is that the universe already exists.
Oh, and my God, that is so good.
They'll get to it when they get to it.
So good. I don't even know if they're gonna.
Right.
Like, they just keep bringing it up. Like, it's this thing, and you just understand that it's this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to wonder, like, are they banking on the idea of nostalgic information where you know that Peter has the same mentality about Gwen in the 616 universe, and then they just flipped it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is brilliant. Like, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Jason, if this was the reason why I wasn't feeling Wolverine and X-Men, that's okay. You have made it up to me, sir. Yeah. That is a brilliant story. Again, thank you, Hank, for throwing that out there, because that was, like, I was going to read that no matter what. I ain't going to lie. Yeah. I mean, it just was. Spider-Gwen has been killing it. So thank you for throwing it out there so I can actually say it wasn't just me. It was somebody else.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And it's only up to issue 3, folks. So if you've been on the fence, pick it up. It's what, like $3.99 cover price?
It doesn't matter. Get it. Get it, because it's really good. It's beautiful artwork, great storytelling, wonderful, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, what comics are supposed to be.
Yes. Uncanny Inhumans.
I'm going to start with, I felt the backstory was kind of a fun, frivolous throwaway, and did not fit the badassity of the first story.
Yeah, the little back piece. Cute.
Yeah.
Nice. Didn't need it. I'm gonna keep that 100. Yeah, like I'm gonna keep that so 100. If you divide it by 2, it's still 10 million.
Yeah.
We didn't need that at all.
Yeah.
But the core story, that business right there.
Yeah.
The illustration.
Steve McNiven. Just
when wonderful. Okay.
The regalness of Black Bolt.
Oh.
He moved like a king. Like he was in charge.
Even when he's not in his... Listen, because he's been dethroned.
Yeah.
He has been dethroned, people.
Yeah.
And he still moves like a boss does.
Yeah. And his wife even let him know it.
Right. Repeatedly.
Yeah.
But I love how she still speaks to him with a certain reverence.
Yeah.
Like she didn't even say, like, you can't even be my husband, but I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like she knows that there are certain things that have to be done because of what happened.
Right. It's kind of... You almost get the impression, at least for me, that there's a political maneuvering that she has to do.
Yeah.
Not because she wants to, but literally because she has to, and that's just what their relationship is. Did you catch that historical reference that was thrown in there? It was a happening that has always been a mysterious thing. Marvel has actually played around with what has made it occur twice. This is the second time I've seen them do it. Absolutely fantastic, because they just threw it in there like it was nothing. You didn't catch it? 1908?
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Black Bolt, okay? That's all I'm saying. Listen, I've been saying Black Bolt's been the dude for a long time. There it is.
Yeah.
I think that moment alone, like, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Like what caused that to happen?
There you go.
Open.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Like, you said it too loud. Like, I think, like, the way they illustrate him speaking.
Yeah. It's very soft. Like the volume is very soft.
Yes.
But it's very
powerful imagery.
Yeah.
Huge power.
Yeah.
Huge.
Just the way McNiven just drew everything. Like even Black Bolt's son.
Yes.
Looks like he was born to be a king.
Yes. I am excited to see where that goes, because this is a young man that has not had the opportunity to grow with his parents.
Yeah.
And to really understand the way that they work.
Yeah.
So he's only going to get like his own personal, very, very human, despite his inhuman background, very human mentality for these things. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how his father moves.
Yeah.
And
all right, I'm not making a bad pun.
Go ahead.
It is not, and the decision that Black Bolt made at the end, the fact that he's never going to be able to explain to his son why he did it.
Yes. I think that's the majesty of Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's the majesty of Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Like, and this is one of the things that, okay, to go back, like when they started reintroducing the Inhumans and specifically Black Bolt into the Marvel U, I always had a big problem with it because he would be very involved on things that were not Inhuman matters.
Yeah.
And that always bothered me because I'm like, no, he doesn't give a crap about everybody else.
Yeah.
It's the Inhumans, and that's really it. Like, even if it means that he has to screw himself and his own family literally over for the greater good of the Inhuman nation, he'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like, that's him.
The sacrifices he's willing to make for his people
is just huge. Like, he's all out of them. He's got 0 of them to give, and that's just the way it goes down.
Yeah.
That plays more to that effect than I think that they have. Like, because even the Illuminati, I never quite felt like he would really be a part of that group.
Yeah.
Because it's like, unless you go for the overarching, like, if it affects Earth, it affects the Inhumans.
Maybe.
That's reaching. Like, they could leave Earth and they're fine. Like, and he knows that. But this, that's epic.
Yeah.
That's really epic.
It feels like it ties into Secret War.
In a big way.
Yeah.
In a really big way.
Yeah.
Like, I think what's interesting is it seems like he's the one that knows it's coming.
Yeah.
And
he's
the one dude who can't tell anybody knows it's coming. Like, that's genius.
Somebody buy this guy a smartphone so he can text somebody.
He's not Black Bolt don't text. Like, that's what that is right there. He doesn't do it. He just doesn't. Okay. And then
I was not gonna read
he wasn't. Okay, listen. Ryan was trying his hardest not to read this here just beautiful piece of literature. He was trying not to, and then I gushed. It was my fault. You can blame me. That's fair. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take that. Southern Bastards #8. There has not been an issue of this that I have not liked better than the last one. Like, this book, again, and again, I know, right? I know. I felt triumph with him. Mm-hmm. I felt validation in his attitude. Mm-hmm. Again, I've said it before. I will say it one more time. One more again for the cheap seats. Particularly this arc, is what the prequel Star Wars wanted to be.
Yeah.
I feel for Coach. I feel for him.
Yeah, and he's managed up until this issue to fight through, to survive. And even within this issue, the choices he makes are like they're on a moral relativistic scale.
Right.
They are perfect.
Yes.
They fit his character. They fulfill
to a T.
Multiple holes in his life.
Yes, they do.
He had to have felt so trapped.
Yeah, because he did it.
Yeah.
He knows he did. He knew he did it back then.
And he just,
at this point now, he really knows he did it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm presuming that this is like definitely current time.
Yeah.
Like we're caught up now.
Yeah.
In that particular moment.
Yeah. We time jump a little bit.
Yeah, there's a bit of a time jump, so keep up, people. I mean, you can tell, like, Jason Latour, again, writer of goodness, illustrator of betterness, make sure that you can tell that we've done that time jump. But there is that time jump, and I'm not going to lie to you, where this next arc must be going, OMG.
Yeah.
Like,
because it ties right back into the very end of that first story arc, and like the last page of the first trade paperback.
Absolutely.
It has come full circle.
I got theories, yo. I got theories. I will express these things to you off the air, but I've got theories that are going to hurt your feelings for real. For real. Like, wait till I express to you what I have cooking up here. Matter of fact, wait. No, I'm not even going to do that to you. This book here, people, like, the first trade is out, right?
Yeah, first trade's out.
Okay, and this is truly the end of the second arc? Is it? Do you know?
It's only...
I mean, it almost has to be, but if it's not...
Yeah, I don't know where... That's the cliffhanger ending it should have for the next
yes,
trade.
please. Like, literally, I think this will upseat Old Man Logan as the best Unforgiven interpretation ever.
It's very possible. This is something that deserves to be a Showtime, an
yes,
HBO
dog.
series.
Make that happen.
Please.
I don't even care. Yeah. Like, Jason, if you could reach out to Mark's people and talk about this because this needs to happen. Like I kid you not, like this would be something that I'm gonna be flat out. If I was Mark Miller, I would definitely get this book and I would throw it a bone of the biggest proportion and invest in the movie rights to this. I would actually buy the movie rights. If I was Mark, I would buy the movie rights to this because it's that good. Yeah. It is that good. I would bank on somebody else's creation. It's that good. Yeah. I don't have that much money, otherwise I'd do it myself.
Yeah, I got $350.
And put something on it. Put something on it?
Yeah.
It'd be worth it. I got kids. You want some of those? I mean, I'm saying.
I did some on-camera stuff in college.
Oh, too soon. Too soon, Ryan.
Too soon.
Too soon.